Yeah, can we get DePaul in the rankings? Like, I know this video a little late, but can we get DePaul in the top 25? They got the best player in the world, Anissa Morrow. She dropped 42 on Cleveland State, had 36-point game. She's coming down the court, passing like LeBron, explosive under the bucket like Zion. I mean, what can't she do on the boards? Had more double doubles than the Leah Boston last season. She's expanding her game. I mean, taking 8, 7, 6 3-point shots again. Like, in 4 or 5 games, she'll be taking more threes. She took 63s last year, and in 4 to 5 games, she should match her past that. Like, she's just ridiculous. She's only a sophomore, and she's pushing the needle for strength and conditioning over. Like, when you see her, like, she looks in better shape even than last year this season. So she's showing that she's working in the off season. She's showing that she's working by upping her threes that she takes. She's just trying to be the complete player. Can do a little bit of everything. She can play bigger than your big, but she's faster than your big, and she's strong, just as strong or stronger than your big, but her explosiveness creates the separation. Then if you're doing too much under the bucket, she can take you outside, but then she can catch the rebound, come on a fast break. Like, you seen a little bit of everything, and they upset number 14 Maryland. Maryland, one of the best teams in the league. You know, I like Maryland. Sellers, shout out. Maryland a small ball team, but I just think the difference, a small ball team met a better small ball team. Like, Diamond Miller was getting forced to ISO, and she's not as athletic as a lot of these players, so that's harder, and it's not like her bag is super deep. To me, she's more of a, if it's an easy lane there or she's more athletic than you, she can get there and she can create something and still make it look smooth. But, you know, DePaul is about the same height, just as quick, thick. They playing tough, physical, and she just looked uncomfortable out there. Her, Diamond Miller and Anissa was both in foul trouble, but I mean, when Anissa was in, it just was so impactful. You know, from early on, coming out pulling to third quarter when they went down a little bit, Maryland brought it back, but she just come like it was never a worry, because it's like when she gets on the court, it's just the calmness that comes. Maryland tried to bring the pressure and speed them up, but this team, I mean, it almost works in their favor, as you see with this play that, you know, just keeps playing back. Like, they have no problem playing fast because they're fast and strong and athletic, and they're just very versatile. So she was hitting, Rogers was hitting, like, all of the shooters was on. So it just, even though Maryland was making adjustments, DePaul just never seemed worried in this game, man. And I definitely think to do this against Maryland, you have to be a top 25 team. Like, I would like to see DePaul versus Iowa. I think they would smoke Iowa. I think Anissa outplays Caitlin Clark as far as the big name matchups. And we know she can't do nothing with Anissa, but it's going to be times you see her out there. Like, she can guard like, why are we not talking about her? Why is she not on ESPN? Like, just physically, when you see her, like, you just see the power, and then she has the stats to back it up. Why is she not on ESPN? Why are they not top 25? Like, this is a huge win right here. And let me just see. DePaul had a tough start to the season between injuries and 2 bad losses, but they look back on track with a 76-67 win over number 14 Maryland. Anissa faced foul trouble but finished with 22-10. Terps, meanwhile, are left searching for more consistency offensively. How many wins over ranked teams is that for the Big East now? DePaul really came out hot and stayed consistent the whole time. Way to play through Morrow And shout out to her teammates for getting involved and playing right. Maryland, get it together, I guess. Blue Demons knock off number 14 Maryland to open up the Fort Myers tip-off. Really excited for DePaul versus Maryland on Friday. The Fort Myers tip-off begins Friday, so that's that. After falling to Cleveland State, DePaul with the win over Miami and then upset of Maryland. Such a fun team to watch. Maryland will undoubtedly bounce back. Nice win by DePaul women's basketball over number 14 Maryland. DePaul 2 high major wins in a row. Beat Miami a few days back too. Let's see what they're saying. We're just on DePaul right now. So, number 14 Maryland with some work to do. Falls to DePaul 76-67. Shot 31.6%, 20.7% from behind the arc. Off night for Miller, who fouled out with 11 points, 5 boards, 5 blocks, 3 assists, 2 steals. Team high 13 points for Seller. So, this is my thing. With Diamond Miller, I feel like she avoided the South Carolina game for this reason. We know how athletic they are, and I think she probably felt like she would have had a bad game against that athleticism, and I kind of think she slept on DePaul's athleticism. I don't know. I just ain't like it because she came back the next game and played high minutes and look good after the South Carolina game. I just think on draft year, we need to see you in these big games against all type of levels of competition, not just the ones that you can look good against. So I don't know. Maybe it's a reach, but to me, she kind of avoided that smoke with South Carolina. And these were the final stats. DePaul 76, Maryland 67. Anissa Morrow 22 points, 10 rebounds, 1 block. Kendall Holmes 17, 3 and 1 steal. Rogers 12, 5 and 9. Sellers 13 and 5. Faith 12 and 10. Diamond Miller 11, 3 and 5. But the 5 blocks, her defense was solid though. It's just offensively, you can tell that athleticism and speed was getting to her. I mean, DePaul just played very good defense. DePaul is having a hard time navigating Maryland's press and is shooting 27.3% from the field in the second half, still down 1 despite that. Maryland's press has been awesome. Yeah, Maryland was pressing, but that's what I'm saying. DePaul not just winning, but how they won, adjusting, and the best player being the best player when you needed her to, and the role players also showing up. And, the system just ran fluent against a tough defense. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. Best player in the world, Anissa Morrow. I'm